and then he is cutting in the opposite direction. The added benefit of the band is that it forces the athlete to keep his center of gravity down. If he raises his hips high as he's being pulled with the band towards the coach, the athlete will actually fall over, reinforcing the point that you must keep your center of gravity low when moving laterally. Some non-competitive lateral speed drills. This is called a one-knee start. What we're emphasizing here is the need for the athlete to push off the opposite leg or outside leg to move towards his right in this example. By getting down on one knee, it forces you to push off the left leg rather than simply turning your body and pushing off the right leg, reinforcing the need to push off the outside leg. Remember, P, push to move. This is lateral movement with resistance, forcing the athlete to use that lower body strength to push to move towards his right. He's maintaining an athletic base in a low center of gravity. We'll also use the contrast method where we use 5 yards of resistance followed by 5 yards of free lateral movement. Programmed agility. There's a big difference between programmed agility and reactive agility. Programmed agility is defined as exercises where the athlete is predetermined the distance and the direction in which he is moving. Programmed agility drills are excellent drills to reinforce proper lateral mechanics. This exercise is called the pro agility, where the athlete runs 5 yards in one direction, hits the line with his hand, runs 10 yards in the opposite direction, hits the line with his hand, and finishes through his original starting point. We start this exercise in a 3-point position, and it's important that we reinforce our good pal mechanics. Pushing to move, athletic base, keeping the feet apart, and a low center of gravity as we change direction. This drill is called the triangle agility. The cones are 5 yards apart in this drill. The athlete will start in a 3-point position with his hand to the near cone. He'll sprint to the top of the triangle, redirect around that cone by spinning around that cone, down to the base of the triangle, again redirecting around that cone. He'll touch the line with his hand and finish in a back pedal. The 4-cone or square agility run. Good programmed agility for, again, reinforcing pal mechanics. Pushing to move, athletic base, low center of gravity. The athlete starts by sprinting forward. He'll shuffle to his left, back pedal, and shuffle to his right. It's important anytime you're doing programmed agility runs that you change up the direction that you're moving. For example, in this 4-cone drill, we'll start on the right side of the box and then we'll move over and also operate on the left side of the box. Our next drill is called the X drill, where the athlete will start in a 3-point position, hand on the line, inside the base of the 4 cones. The cones are 5 yards apart. His right hand is down in this position. We'll also do this drill from the opposite side of the square, where our starting position will have our left hand down. The athlete will sprint 5 yards and touch the cone, at which point he'll redirect at a diagonal angle to the base of the cone, sprint forward, again to the top of the square, back to his original starting point, touching the base of the cone, and driving through the top of your 5-yard square. This is called the L drill or 3-cone agility. You'll hear both terms used. In this drill, the athlete will start in a 3-point stance, sprinter's start. He'll run 5 yards to the top, touch the line with his hand, return to his starting position, and then he'll perform an L agility. He runs to the top, he does a 180-degree turn, comes back to the left-hand turn, and finishes through the starting position. Again, we'll start from both the right side and left side in this drill. As a cycle continues, as we go from week 2 to 3 to 4 and then finish our cycle at week 6, 7, and 8, towards the end of a training cycle, as we get closer to the competitive season, we become more competitive with our lateral speed drills. This drill is now called the reactive agility. As we become more competitive, we also become more reactive in our agility, change of direction training. Here, the coach is using hand signals to direct the athlete. In programmed agility, we'll reinforce pal mechanics and improve our ability to move laterally. In reactive agility drills, they now become more specific to the sport that you'll play. This is called a box wave drill, whereas the coach is directing the athlete through hand movement to cones in the square. We'll always finish with a sprint through the finish. Our next drill is called a mirrored drill, where one athlete is mirroring the rabbit. As our rabbit moves from right to left, our athlete is asked to move laterally using good pal lateral movement mechanics. Pushing to move, athletic base, low center of gravity as he mirrors his opponent. Great drill for football, great drill for basketball. Also a great drill for baseball, infielders. You can apply this drill for a lot of different sporting activities. We'll make it more competitive now and ask the rabbit to actually beat the athlete through the cones. The athlete is trying to keep the rabbit from crossing the line and defeating him through the cones. Now we'll allow the athlete that's working, the athlete on the far side, to actually use his hands in defending his space. Now some pure competitive drills where we're actually racing our athletes. This is a lateral shuffle using the speed belt. Remember, the athletes are connected through a belt that is attached with Velcro in the middle. The lead athlete is trying to break away from the belt, and the chaser is moving laterally, trying to catch the athlete, so the front athlete, so the band does not break. We can also use this belt chaser drill in a mirror situation. The tough thing for the athlete here, the far athlete, he's trying to move with good pal mechanics, pushing to move, athletic base, low center of gravity. Very competitive drill. We call this a belt chaser all directions. The rabbit can run wherever he wants within a 20-yard box. And the chaser, his job is to react to the movement of the rabbit and not allow that belt to be broken. You want to reinforce your pal mechanics while operating this drill. Thank you for taking the time to study linear and lateral speed the way we do it at the University of Iowa. We want to wish you the best. We hope that this video has helped you in your goals to become a better athlete. We want to wish you the best in the future.